In the US, more than half of adults who smoke try to quit each year. Fewer than 1 in 10 of them succeed. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about changing your habits, and specifically how I change my habits and how I make sure that they stick in the long term. We all know that changing your habits can be one of the hardest things that you can do. It's really hard, and there's lots of different numbers out there in terms of who says how long you have to stick to a new habit. I'm sure many of you are like me and you've had bursts of motivation where you want to make a positive change and make positive changes to your habits so that you can be a better person or be the person that you want to be. But when that burst of motivation runs out, it's usually back to just falling into the same old routine of things that you don't want to do or things that aren't productive or not in line with the person that you want to be. And you end up putting off the things that matter to you to do the same old stuff like binge TV or attend kind of pointless social things or just do nothing at all. And just to be clear, my intentions with this video aren't to shame anyone for how they choose to spend their time. I'm just trying to help people who want to spend more time on the things that are important to them and on things that people think will make them a better person or make them into the person that they want to be. And the way that I try to integrate new positive habits into my life is by using a minimalist habit tracker, a little tool that I've adopted recently, and it's really helped me integrate some new habits into my life that I have definitely been feeling the benefits of. So let's dive right in. So what is this tool itself? The Minimalist Habit Tracker is a Notion template that I use that was developed by Thomas Frank, who's a YouTuber and a Notion expert. It's a really simple tool, which is one reason why it's very effective. It consists only of one Notion page that has several checkboxes that you have to fill in every week. And this is what it looks like. So basically each week you can easily create a fresh tracker by selecting the built-in New Weekly Habit Tracker button, which is fully customizable. You can edit it so that all the habits are ones that you want to do. You don't just have to use the ones that are already built in. So that just leaves you the task of updating those habits however often you want to change them. If it's every week, you can just make edits every week. If it's every few weeks, then you can customize the template and then creating a new one will have those templates ready for you every week. I personally recommend sticking to a maximum of 3 or 4 habits for every week. Any more and you're going to overwhelm yourself because you're just going to have too much to worry about. And we all know what life's like. It's too easy to get caught up in doing other things to try and work out new habits every day. So 3 or 4 max, 2 or 3 if possible. So I want to talk a little bit about why I believe this works. And for that, I want to refer to Ali Abdaal's book, Feel Good Productivity. In the book, Ali mentions that there's a few ways people can overcome inactivity to make changes in their life. The 3 ways that you can do this are motivation, discipline, and unblocking. I'll give you the analogy that he uses in the book to describe the differences between them. So the analogy is, imagine that there's a stone stuck in your shoe and you've got to go to a friend's house for dinner. How would each of these 3 methods, so motivation, discipline, and unblocking, how would each of these tackle the issue of trying to get to your friend's house for dinner despite having a stone stuck in your shoe? So the first method, motivation, using the motivation that you have to get to your friend's house to have that dinner, you persevere through the pain of having your shoe. You use that to motivate yourself. You have that extrinsic motivation that is driving you to run to your friend's house to have that dinner with them. You run in spite of the stone in your shoe hurting you and possibly injuring you. The second method, discipline, is when you would run to your friend's house with the stone in your shoe regardless of the pain or regardless of anything else. So basically you're running because you've made a commitment to be at your friend's house, and you persevere through that pain because of that commitment, because you have made a commitment to do something. And the third and final method is unblocking. And what unblocking tries to do is tackle the root cause of the issue. And unlike the above 2 methods, which just have you sort of persevere based on either extrinsic or intrinsic motivation, what unblocking does is it looks to tackle the root of the problem, which would be the stone in the shoe, and it looks to remove the stone in the shoe. And there's a number of methods you can use to help identify the root cause of any problem, such as the 5 why methods, which was created by Toyota, I believe. So you can look that up if you're interested. It will take a bit of self-reflection and awareness to identify root causes of issues, especially when it pertains to habit change, but a bit of journaling, meditating, reflecting, whatever method you think works best for you, just think about what that root cause problem might be, and tackling that will be a more efficient and a more sustainable long-term way to make long-term habits last. Once you arrive at the root cause problem, then you can solve that, and hopefully everything will be much smoother sailing from there. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, said, "In order to improve for good, you need to solve problems at the systems level. Fix the inputs and the outputs will fix themselves." As I said at the start, I have quite a few habits I'm trying to build upon and make long term. For example, a couple of them that I'm trying to do is 10,000 steps a day and eating a keto friendly diet. So I use my minimalist habit tracker to track those two habits at the moment. And of course, some days it's really hard to stick to those. Sometimes when you're out with friends, or if you are quite busy during the day, it's hard to find the time to put that 10,000 steps in, or it's hard to find why it's difficult to stick to eating keto foods. When I do get to those situations, asking myself why it's hard to stick to those. Like, why am I struggling to get 10,000 steps? It only takes an hour or two to get that many steps in a day. Why am I not finding an hour or two to just go out and do that walk? And working back through the reasons why. So for example, okay, so today I had to work late, which meant I had to make dinner late, which meant I didn't have a lot of time in the evening. So the issue might be not setting clear enough boundaries in work to not work late, and then also making sure I don't procrastinate during the day, taking like a long lunch break or anything, to make sure that I don't work late, and to make sure I have time in the evening to do the other things that I need, like my 10,000 steps. And this is working a lot better. So like this unblocking method is working much more effectively than just trying to persevere with discipline and motivation, which are unsustainable in the long run. It might get you through a little while, but it definitely saps the fun and the energy out of these tasks that I want to be doing long term. And yeah, the best way to make them sustainable is to address root cause problems and make them fun again. My final bit of advice is, next time you get into that sort of situation where you're trying to make a habit change and you're running up against problems, or you're not managing, ask yourself, what is the stone in my shoe? And I hope that you can use this unblocking method to help you get to the root cause of any of your issues, and help you stick to your habits that you want to make yourself the person that you want to be. I don't want you relying on your motivation and your discipline, although they are useful tools to have. They're not sustainable in the long run. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this can inject some fun back into your habits. I'll leave links to all the resources, such as the Minimalist Habit Tracker, in the description below. Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, that's all for today, friends. I'll see you in the next one.